Bedtime for siblings. Reducing fights and FOMO at night. Oh, the chaos of bedtime with siblings. You might find yourself dreading it, picturing a wrestling match in pajamas instead of a peaceful winding down. The noise, the teasing, the endless requests, the accusations of unfairness. It feels like a battle you're constantly losing, often ending with you feeling utterly drained and questioning if a calm night is even possible in your home. It's a common scenario, and if it sounds familiar, please know you are absolutely not alone. Many parents grapple with this challenging time, and it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's simply because bedtime, for children, especially siblings, is a highly sensitive and vulnerable moment. Tonight, we are going to explore why bedtime often becomes a flashpoint for sibling rivalry, and more importantly, how you, as the wise parent and brain architect of your home, can create new habits that transform this nightly challenge into a time of connection and calm. We will move beyond just managing the chaos and instead design a bedtime routine that supports each child's emotional needs, reduces rivalry, and helps everyone in the family feel more secure and rested. Imagine a bedtime where the loudest sound is a quiet story, not a scream. That vision is within reach. If this idea of a calmer, more connected bedtime is already resonating with you, please take a moment to like this video. Subscribe to Wise Parent for more insights, and tell me in the comments below what your biggest bedtime challenge is right now with your children. Your feedback helps us build this community of supportive parents. Let's first understand why bedtime amplifies sibling dynamics. Throughout the day, siblings are constantly negotiating space, attention, and resources. They're learning the complex dance of social interaction. But at bedtime, several factors converge to make these dynamics especially volatile. First, children are tired. Their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for impulse control and emotional regulation, is already working overtime and begins to fatigue. This means their ability to manage big feelings, share, or ignore provocations is significantly diminished. Think of it this way: their emotional cups are emptying, and they are less able to regulate themselves. Second, bedtime is a time of transition, and often, vulnerability. The world is getting quiet, lights are dimming, and for some children, this can bring up anxieties or fears they might not express during the day. The presence of a sibling, whether comforting or irritating, suddenly becomes much more impactful. They might feel a stronger need for parental attention or reassurance, and if that feels scarce, they might compete for it. Third, there's the powerful force of FOMO, or the fear of missing out. If one child goes to bed first, the other might imagine all sorts of exciting things happening in the living room without them. This isn't just a simple desire to stay up. It can be a genuine feeling of being left out, of a break in connection, which can trigger protests, noise, or attempts to delay the inevitable. The desire to remain connected to the family unit is very strong, and the thought of being separated for the night can be unsettling. Remember, as wise parents, we see our role as brain architects, especially in the early years. Every interaction, every routine, every moment of co-regulation helps build your child's emotional resilience and their brain's architecture. A chaotic bedtime sends signals of instability to a child's nervous system, making it harder for them to truly rest. Our goal is to create an environment of emotional safety, connection, and predictability, which is the foundation for healthy brain development and deep, restorative sleep. So, how do we shift these dynamics? How do we move from bedtime battles to peaceful transitions? It begins with understanding that connection comes before control, and individual needs are paramount, even within a group. Our first strategy is to consider a staggered bedtime. This might sound like more work, but it can actually reduce overall stress and give each child precious one-on-one time. Instead of trying to put both children to bed simultaneously, which often devolves into a free-for-all, try starting with the youngest child first, perhaps 30 to 45 minutes before the older sibling. While the youngest is winding down, the older child can engage in a quiet, independent activity, like reading a book, doing a puzzle, or listening to an audiobook. Frame this as a special privilege for being older, rather than a punishment for the younger child. This dedicated time with the younger child allows you to fully connect, read a story, and tuck them in without the older sibling interrupting or feeling left out. This focused individual attention fills their emotional cup, making them more likely to settle peacefully. If you're recognizing a pattern here, a deep need for individual connection, and a different approach to discipline. I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Have you tried staggered bedtimes? What was your experience? Your insights are invaluable to other parents navigating these challenges. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Wise Parent so you don't miss our upcoming videos on raising emotionally intelligent children. Our second powerful strategy centers around individual closing rituals. Even if your children share a room or go to bed around the same time, ensuring each child gets unique, uninterrupted attention from a parent is crucial. This is about making each child feel seen, heard, and loved for who they are, without the constant negotiation of sibling presence. After the younger child is settled, shift your full attention to the older one. This could be a special book they choose, a quiet chat about their day, a gentle back rub, or a favorite song. The key is that this ritual is theirs alone. It's not about the duration, but the quality of connection. 5 to 10 minutes of undivided, loving attention can do wonders to fill their emotional tank and reduce the need to provoke or seek attention in less desirable ways. This practice builds their self-worth and confidence, knowing they are uniquely cherished. Third, we want to integrate cooperative tasks and a shared winding down period when appropriate. This applies particularly to the pre-bedtime hour for children who might share a room, or for the period before a staggered bedtime starts. Instead of letting them free play themselves into a frenzy, guide them into calm, cooperative activities. This could be a family tidy-up game where everyone helps put away toys, playing a quiet board game together, or reading a chapter book aloud as a family. The goal is to create a shared sense of peace, not just a shared space. Soft lighting, quiet music, or even a simple breathing exercise you all do together can signal to their nervous systems that it's time to shift gears. This shared calmness before individual goodbyes can help reduce the sudden jolt of separation anxiety or FOMO. Fourth, address the perennial sibling cry of, "That's not fair," directly and with empathy. Children often equate fairness with sameness. As wise parents, we know fairness is about meeting individual needs. When a child complains that their sibling gets to stay up later or has a different routine, acknowledge their feeling. You can say something like, "I hear that you feel it's not fair that your brother gets to stay up longer. It can feel a bit frustrating when things are different." Then, gently explain that everyone has different needs. Your brother needs a little less sleep right now because his body is growing differently, and you need this amount of sleep to feel your best tomorrow. Or, your sister needs a special story time because she had a tough day at school, and you get your special quiet reading time. This teaches them about empathy and individualized care, rather than expecting identical treatment for everyone. It helps them understand that their needs are also met in a unique way, which fosters confidence and security. Finally, introduce a simple preparing for tomorrow chat. Before the final goodnight, you can spend a minute or two gently talking about the next day. "Tomorrow, we have school, and then we're going to the park. What's one thing you're excited about for tomorrow?" This helps ground children, reduces any anxiety about the unknown, and creates a sense of predictability and safety. It reinforces the idea that you are there for them, guiding them through transitions and creating a secure environment. Remember, the journey to a peaceful bedtime is not about perfection, but about consistent, small steps. You are not a bad parent if bedtime is chaotic. You are a loving parent learning new tools to build a more emotionally intelligent home. Every time you consciously choose connection over control, every time you offer individual attention, you are strengthening your child's brain architecture, building their sense of security, and fostering emotional resilience. You are literally shaping their capacity for calm. Tonight, choose just one of these strategies to try. Perhaps it's a staggered bedtime for 5 minutes difference, or just 5 minutes of dedicated one-on-one time with each child. Observe how your children respond. You are capable of transforming this challenging time into a beautiful ritual of connection. If this video has brought you new clarity and hope, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Wise Parent for more guidance on raising emotionally strong and confident children. Share in the comments which strategy you're going to try tonight, or what shift you've made that has helped your family's bedtime routine. And if you're looking for more ways to connect with your child, check out our video on building emotional safety during everyday transitions, which you can find right here. You are doing important, transformative work for your family. Keep going.